All right, so day 31 of 100 Days of ML, and today I'm going to be troubleshooting data ingestion and validation. So first things first, what I'm going to do is build the updated Docker image due to changes in the dependencies. And then I'm going to figure out why example gen is not actually loading the artifacts correctly. A lot of this would just be kind of doing research because I'm not too sure how exactly example gen displays the outputs or even loads in data from the CSV file. So figuring that out is going to be my primary task today. And I'm also a little tired. I'm starting the stream pretty late in the day. So I'll try to get as much as done as possible, but I don't think I'll be finishing. I don't think I'll be able to figure out what the issue is and solve it by today. But I do want to be productive, so I'll try to get as much done as possible. So first things, let's go to navigate to the folder here and then build the Docker image. I wonder if I have the code for the building the Docker image in the README. I do not. I forgot how. I think it's just Docker compose up, or it's Docker compose up, and then it says it's done. But I'm not sure if it got updated. It says 7 gigs. Dev1 exited with code 0. I don't think the Docker image got updated. I'm just gonna Docker remove it. And build it again with compose. What? Should navigate to Docker dev and Docker file. Docker dev, Docker file. It exists here. So, and I'm pretty sure I've run this before. I'm not sure why it's failing now. Man, now I got myself into another problem. Do I need a Docker ignore? I can't even like develop without that Docker image anymore. I don't understand what's wrong. Uh, why are you doing this? It literally used to work. Don't even know what's wrong. God damn. Error checking context. What does that even mean? Just create a new directory and enter it. Create your file in that directory, edit and make commands with vi, and finally run it. The problem is that the current user is not the owner of the directory. I got the same problem in Ubuntu. This line solves the issue. Path to folder. So this probably happened when I was changing directory permissions. So let me check out the permissions again. Me group is harsh. Create and delete files. What about Docker compose? Oh wait, this is not showing all of the files, right? Control H. Okay. So this is inside here, and this permission is set to root, which needs to be changed. And how exactly did I change it last time? I forgot how I changed it. There is a GUI trick. So I have to do sudo -i and then that's my password. And then navigate to my directory. What did I do that day? Like totally forgot what I did. Permissions. Or maybe I ran the command and then I changed them. What's this thing called here? Okay, let me change the properties. Root to me. Create delete files. And let's cd back and then try running the Docker container now. It should just be up. All right, now it works. So the permissions really did screw things up. Ended up wasting like 20 minutes on that. All right, anyways, I do have to troubleshoot next after I finish building this Docker image. This might take a while. So development, to run the Docker container, command to start up the Docker dev. Docker files must be built. So let me add the note here first. I can what's going on here? Wait, what just happened? The image, the service you've been trying to recreate has been removed. Consider backing up data before. It just got created. Why am I building it again? What's going wrong here? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this index has back. Okay, let's start up the Docker container. Let me just double check if Apache Beam got installed. Yeah. Alright, we got that. So let's run the Jupyter notebook. and troubleshoot using Jupyter. Okay. Test dependent. This is not what I want. Go to ML pipeline test. So let's run this again. I don't even need to. Does it have validations installing? Why? Let's restart the kernel here. Okay, that ran. Invalid syntax. I think there's supposed to be a dot should be here. Okay, so when I use tfdv, it's loading in everything correctly because I can tell since I can see the features review and sentiment. However, the issue is when I'm using tfx CSV example gen, for some reason I don't get any examples. So how exactly is tfx CSV example gen like working? And like what does it return and how do I check? If you follow the guides, you're probably running your code in a notebook. If you want to see the results directly, you have to enable TFX interactive using interactive context. Okay, how do I do that? Context is equal to interactive context. Yeah, I just did that. Oh, and I have to do context.run instead of example gen. So context.run. How about this? That is taking a very long time. Okay, this time it ran properly with one artifact. And I think it got loaded. So let's do that for everything. So context.run statistics gen. That might have actually been like literally the error that I've been facing. Statistics gen example is one artifact. Statistics, one artifact. Schema. One artifact, one artifact. That's good. That's looking good. Yeah, let's do that to here as well. All right, cool. I got that fixed pretty quickly, actually. So how do I check now? Like, I mean, it's not like very simple where you could just display. Like, let's check statistics gen, right? Like, we have stats here. How do I display statistics gen? Or is that just it? I just have to do context.run. That link doesn't work. Inner components, example.outputs, examples, schema, results, compute evaluation. Right, it says it generates statistics, but like literally I don't see anything here. It's storing it as an artifact. Or is that how it's supposed, like what it's supposed to do? Can I just not check before it just stores it, just to check like if it's working or not? How do I check if it's working? Context.show. Okay, let's try that. Context.run. Now let's do context show. And our, okay, this should be up here. Context.gen.outputs. And then here we named it, or we're gonna actually use statistics. Okay, awesome. All right, we got that displayed and looks like it's working. We have the train split, about 33.5 thousand, and our evaluation 16.6 thousand. Pretty good evaluation and train split. Sentiment review. Okay, yeah, it's definitely working. We just checked with this. We could also show the schema. Whoops, this should be up. This is visualize statistics. That should be up here. Yeah. Okay, so these two do the same things, but here we divided it up into train and test split when we're running our actual pipeline. Next up, when we're doing our schema, I can run text.show schema gen outputs schema. And it's the same thing as if we use TFDV. Okay. Then it goes into modifying schema, and validating with example validator. Alright, context.run, example validator. Examine the outputs. The output artifact is anomalies at pbtxt. Probuff, okay. Anomalies, file names. I could just visualize it like this. No attribute outputs. Did I spell example validator wrong? In our case, no anomalies were detected. Context.run, example validator. I don't know, this isn't working. But we can visualize it using TFDV. And I don't think there's any anomalies. Mostly because I haven't really named any of them. These are pretty cool visualizations, images. I should bookmark this tab. Add to bookmark. Just add it as that. Can use this for developing my documentation. So next up, they pre-process data with transform. I'll be doing that tomorrow. What are they doing? Define pre-processing module, configure and transfer component, transfer module preprocessing.py. Let's check this here. What do we have in pre-processing? Callback uses the features key and label key. Okay, and there's test as well. For pre-processing, I think I'll have to be doing a lot because my data is text, and I'll have to like check the text and make sure it's all correct. So what does it do here? Map of feature keys to raw, not yet transformed features. Map from string feature key to transform feature operations. We take the data from example gen, schema, and then we use transform to create transform graph as well as transform data. In transform, we're using examples, example gen outputs, schema importer dot outputs, and result. So where is that in pipeline? Schema outputs, we're using schema here. And we're not using schema importer. What did he use for schema? Just call it schema gen. And output schema. That's interesting. So why is he using like result here? Not too sure. And he's using statistics. Oh, it's over here. Examples and schema. Not too sure. It should be the same thing. And then you can context run transform. I think I'll be doing this tomorrow. I'm just gonna call it for today. Pretty short day. But I did end up fixing the Docker image and also figuring out why example gen is not loading. So tomorrow I'll be adding tfx transform and yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe I can update the README again, but I'll do that. Finish day 31. Let's see here. What changes did I make? Let me add this trash thing. Okay, that's it for today. Oops, what happened here? Might have updated the README. Having a merge conflict. What the heck happened? There's a lot of conflicts. Oh, it's probably because of the pipeline outputs. Ah, that's fine. Let me push. I should, yeah, I did add it to git ignore, so it shouldn't. I think from next time it won't push metadata and output. But okay, yeah, finished up data validation and data ingestion. What's left is pre-processing, building the model, training the model, and maybe deploying it or serving it as some sort of like SDK. All right, that's it for today.